Highlanders, fire! Welcome back to the Great War Mod, my friends. Today we are on the offensive, and I decided to go ahead and try and play as the British here to see if we can, of course, break the German lines. I think it's going to be pretty difficult, of course, but I just wanted to go ahead and play another battle in this beautiful mod. Had a lot of fun with it. We've also got some trench gunners here. Pretty much these are units that can move a little closer to potential enemy lines and, you know, sort of set up some ambushes, etc. They even have the ability to throw these pretty nasty grenades. So I'm actually going to get these guys just sort of mixed in. It's hard to get a good formation in this mod. That would be my only complaint, especially with just so many obstacles in the way. Kind of does make sense. So I'm not going to build any trenches because, again, we're going to be on the offensive. Wish us the best of luck, and let's see what the enemy has to offer. We do have some artillery, hopefully, to soften the enemy up, but I've given the enemy machine guns, artillery, as well as a few other little favors in this battle. Now, as for the howitzers, I'm going to try to move forward with them, but let's get started and attack the German line. As you can see, we're going to have to pass through no man's land for sure to make this happen. I'm going to go ahead and grab a nice portion of our forces. I also want to make sure to keep the general nearby, but I don't want to put him in harm's way, of course. Last time we did that, our general actually got killed very quickly. So let's move up to where this trench line is. I think you guys can see it, and see if we can't begin a fight here. We're gonna push our army up to this location, and you know what? I'm even gonna bring the rest of the army as well. If we're gonna win this fight, we've got to do it quickly because the enemy has a lot of machine guns, again, artillery, and they're already dropping the arty directly on top of us. So I'll grab this group as well. I'm gonna move them a little bit more loosely than our previous group, and obviously our general, I'm gonna have him dismount. No real reason for our general to be on a horse right now. We just need to keep him dismounted and get him over here, hopefully in a somewhat safe area of the front lines. But to be honest, nothing is safe right now. Saw that our poor horses just got hit with arty. All we can do is, of course, return fire to the enemy and get as quickly as we can to the front. Well, as always, folks, we'll be back when the action begins. Well, we're surely going to have to change our approach, so I've gone ahead and slowed down here. As you can see, the Germans are getting here a lot faster than I expected. We need to try to set up quickly, return fire, etc. So I'm really just trying to push everybody up really, really fast. We also have a mortar that's out of range, but we can get it in range fairly quickly as well. And what I'm going to do is actually fire up this hill with that unit at the Grenadiers. I think they are a huge threat. Let's also try to get our own Grenadiers close enough to the enemy line to make a difference. I think for the rest of our guys, we can just keep them on their original paths. But for those guys in front, we're, of course, separating them just a little bit here. Take these units, push them forward. Where is our Highlander battalion? There they are. I'm going to have the Highlander battalion also go over here. And I'm going to see if our Grenadier Guards, rather, can't immediately start firing here. Let's go. I'd also love to get some grenades forward, but we can't do that just yet. We've got the Grenadier Guards. They're pretty good at shooting. Let's hope they can wipe out the enemy here. I'm actually going to spread them out. Come on. And there we go. We're doing a great job against the enemy Grenadiers. Wipe them out, boys. Good shooting. Good shooting. Let's reform that line. We're going to reform the line directly on this side of the trenches. And very soon here, I'm going to attempt some grenade throws. But we want to be safe about this and smart about this. Let's also set our guys up. Again, not the greatest formation with all this stuff in the way, but I think this will get the point across. Come on, boys. Fire. Focus fire on the Landwehr. Now, the Landwehr are, of course, conscript units, so we should be able to break these guys. Come on. My goodness, we're already having a serious fight right here. We've got, of course, our standard infantry moving up as well. But they need to fight these infantry here, so I'm going to set them up. Pretty much hold their position. Let's grab the assault troops and push forward with them. We could definitely use their grenades to break the German line further. Okay, good to see the Old Guard arriving, and we've also got some additional assault infantry. The King's Own assault infantry. We're going to do the same over here, push them forward, and see where the rest of our infantry are. Now, I'm thinking that we might be in range. First of all, I need to move this general up. I'm going to try to get him over here in these, sort of this trench pocket. But we need to be in range with that howitzer. Let's take a look. I think we finally are. Nope, not quite. The enemy would need to get a little bit closer, and we're the ones on the offensive. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Keep firing. Alright, our men are doing pretty well in close combat here, although they seem to have failed right at the last second. I don't even want to waste our grenades, so I'm going to charge. Grenadiers! This is, of course, SMG assault infantry. They know what they're doing. Let's get right in that trench. We can turn off the charge at this point and just focus entirely on this advancing German rifle infantry company. Let them have it, boys. We've got some of our own assault troops, as you can see there, but is it enough to beat the entire German force? Just don't know. We're getting close with some grenadiers too, some trench gunners rather. These guys use essentially shotguns, but for this to be effective, we've got to be very close to the enemy. Fire! Beautiful shot there by the artillery. Our artillery is still doing a tremendous job, but now we need to push our focus over here to the rifle infantry of the Germans. Oh, England! Here seem to be having a little bit of trouble. Let's try and flank the enemy, maybe even with an infantry charge. They have quite a few units over here that are concerning me a bit. It looks like they're charging in once again for an attack. They managed to actually break one of our units. They've got their machine guns all the way back here. So even after we crush them here, assuming that happens, we're going to have to charge those machine guns. And I don't need to tell you guys that that doesn't typically go very well. Now let's try to get those grenades off into the damn rifle infantry of old. Come on, boys. Throw! It's a bit off target. I'd like to see closer. But what we're going to do is we're going to follow up here. Our men have no fear, and we are going to charge the enemy. Huzzah! Oh, man. Quite a few of our boys dropping during that attack, of course. We may or may not make it through. Let's see. Bayonets at the ready. We did manage to push them back. Beautiful work there by the Grenadiers. That's what they're there for. And let's also move up the assault troops here, the trench assault troops. Look at this unit, wiped down to 2. The Coldstream Guard, guys. These are, without a doubt, our bravest unit, wiped down to 2. Just imagine how terrible the fight has to be for that to occur. Keep it up. Still focusing on the old rifle infantry, but we're starting to lose quite a lot of infantry on this side. We must move forward and make a stand. Forward. Push as well over here. Looks like we're dealing very well with the infantry here, and I think in no small reason because of our amazing grenadier units. The Germans are fleeing in terror, as well they should. But all too often in this mod, they come back to the fight. So, as much as I hate to do this, we're going to have to go ahead and give them some parting shots, some parting gifts to make sure they do not return to the battlefield. Take no prisoners, boys. Back to the main fight, of course. We've got quite a close combat battle going on here, and yet again, another British unit distinguishes itself. This old rifle infantry, or I should say, sorry, not the rifle infantry, our assault SMG unit, distinguished itself beautifully. They have, of course, been sent back, though, and I think we just need to be extremely aggressive against these German infantry units that are retreating. As you can see, we're going to try to take out as many as possible. It looks like they might still have one over here, and of course, the machine guns. some field guns, and wait a minute, did we take their machine guns out? Perhaps we did. They do have some field guns. So things may have just gotten easier if they don't have the machine guns. Let's go over here with our other assault infantry. Keep up the fire, boys. Let's push up. Push up.
Infantry, elite.
It's amazing. Their machine gun unit must have retreated. Of course, it would be cool if there was a way in the mod to force the enemy to stay right there. They left their trenches to face us, and I think that was their undoing. And just look at the bodies everywhere. Although I think the casualties are going to be quite similar as we were on the attack. Fire!
Open fire!
There we go. The Highlanders are ready for some action right away. Be careful, boys. We got friendly fire going on. Let's just have the Highlanders focus fire there. As for these boys, we're going to move them back. Let the Highlanders do their job. Right in front of these German troops. That is absolutely wonderful. Now the enemy, of course, is going for the charge here, and I'm going to follow up with a charge from my Royal Marines. I think we've broken the enemy, my friends. It's going to be that simple. I hope so. At this point, let's grab our units and push forward towards the last enemy position. The enemy trenches here, I don't think they have much left to defend with, except for, of course, some artillery shots. But just look at the bloodshed in the trench here. I mean, it's quite amazing. There we go. They're still firing the artillery. Let's see if we've actually done some damage to it. We may have taken it out with our own. Yeah, they do not have it set up, so they are in no way prepared to face us here. Destroy it. There we go. That looks like a direct hit, almost. At this point, they could be using canister shot to really reduce the effect of our charge here, but they're not doing it. And I think that machine gun division probably got too close to us and got absolutely vaporized by our arriving troops. Both trench lines, though, are just full of dead. It doesn't get much better than this, I must say, in a Total War game for casualties. I think this even beats the newer iterations of Total War games pretty easily. Come on, baby, come on. Still hear those artillery pieces whistling in the wind. I just can't believe it. And actually what I think I'll do very soon with this mod is just a video where I'm using artillery against a massive infantry assault to show you just how effective that already is. It's quite amazing how effective it is, actually. And there we go. No, they do have their machine guns. They have them well hidden here. The bastards. And they're actually firing. You can see the actual powder, the gunpowder coming off the machine guns here. We're going to try to get a shot, but that could change the battle for sure. Push up. Well, they don't seem to be equipping those machine guns again. Not sure if this is a result of the mod or just their strategy.
Glorious victory, sir!
And there we go. At this point, they're pretty terrified. They don't seem to be returning fire. We got very, very lucky. Maybe we should have given them a few more machine gun divisions. I only gave them 3, and only 1 actually stuck around. The other one seemed to kind of act like more of an assault division. Well, there we go, guys. Another battle, a heroic victory this time. I like to think I did much better with the enemy killed than I did in the last battle. I hope you guys had fun, and let me know what you'd like to see next. I really would like to find multiplayer opponents for this game, so if you want to play this against me, let me know, and maybe we can get much more of a challenge in these battles. Catch you on the next one, folks.